Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Friday today, and I actually just noticed that my hat's colors match my bass and my guitar behind me. If you can see that, that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's not what it's going to be about today. Today, I want to talk about insecurities and my own insecurities, and you probably have some of those as well. Um, I've been thinking about doing a video on this for a long time because this is something I've been feeling for a long time that I'm really insecure about the work that I'm doing and can I charge the money that I want to charge and all those kinds of things like for the different kinds of works we do. And I had planned, as I said, to make a video on this, and then yesterday there was a live stream by the YouTuber Mark Zemansky. I'm looking at the screen over here, and the thumbnail was "You're better than you think," and the title of the video is "I need to share some moments of clarity." So I watched that today, and it really resonated with me because that is exactly he's talking about many of the same things that I have been thinking about as well. And it is the insecurity. I've like to give you a little background. I have always been pretty insecure about my skills. I have always kind of managed to get kind of what I want in life. Of course, I've had to fight for it like everyone else. And I've learned many different things the hard way, like everyone else, you know. But I've never really had I've never really had a lot of confidence. I've been pretty insecure about everything that I've done. One example is when I started, I actually went to the Royal Music Conservatory in Denmark, and I had no idea why they let me in, and I kept thinking that for 4 years while I was there. Why did they even let me in? I'm not good enough to be here, you know. And with a mindset like that, it's not a nice place to be. And it's the same with other things, you know. And obviously, I was good enough to be there. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me in because there are so many different tests that you have to pass just to get in there, right? But anyways, this is like something that has carried over to many different areas of my life ever since, and also in this business of web design and web development and starting your own company and things like that. Because, you know, I like on a basic level, I like to say I have no idea what I'm doing, but I love to learn new things and I love to teach new things, mainly so I can help other people, but also so I can learn myself. Because as you know, Richard Feynman, I think he says something to the extent of like, if you can teach it, then you understand it. Anyways, it's a nice way to learn as well, teaching. So what I'm trying to say here is that I've been very insecure about increasing my price. I have for many, many years, I think for the past 5 or 6 years, I have charged the same hourly rate for all the work that I do and have done both as a freelancer and in our agency. And I haven't had the balls to increase the prices, even though inflation has gone up, everything, prices, you know, everything, expenses. We bought a lot of new things or licenses and stuff like that. And my friends and family and even some customers have said, "What are you doing, man? You have to increase your prices. You're so good. You know what you're doing. You know, but I have had this kind of guilt, you know, every time I send an invoice, even if it's for a big project, I feel like, oh, are they gonna think it's too expensive? You know, are they gonna think, am I good enough? Can I charge this kind of money, even though it has been pretty cheap compared to others? And that's the thing. If I go online and I see other people making websites, making e-commerce solutions, you know, and I go and look at it, yeah, some of them are really good and most of them are really good. There are also some bad things in between. But if I go and look at their pricing and I see how much they actually charge for a project, I can see that I'm way cheaper, maybe half or a third, maybe even a fourth of that. And if I then go in to look at some of the stuff that they have made, and I look at the code quality and I look at how it loads and all of these different things, the SEO, lots of stuff, you know, then I can see like I actually know more than they do, or you know, maybe they just didn't implement it. Maybe they knew it, but they were too lazy to implement it. But my point is that you are good enough. You're better than you think, just like Mark said in that video I referred to before. And that's something I need to keep telling myself again and again and again, all over again. And it's kind of hard. And I've kind of this year, my New Year resolution is kind of, I don't want to I don't want to feel like that anymore. But like, and we have also like, we are increasing our prices now. I think I mentioned it in another video, but we are restructuring everything, our pricing, our packages, our maintenance plans, all of these things in our agency. And the prices are going to go up, and it's only natural. But I don't feel great about it because I'm like, my inner fear is, oh, what about my existing customers that keep coming back to me? Well, obviously, if they come back to me, that's probably because they like the work that I'm doing. But it could also be because of the price. It's pretty low. So I'm just kind of scared because I love my customers. I want to be there for them. I don't want to help them. I don't want to scare them away. But I'm kind of like, I have this fear, like, are they just gonna disappear when I tell them that I'm increasing my prices? So far, I have not charged anyone the new prices, but I have told almost everyone that we're increasing our prices, and that it's not going to be just by a little bit. It's actually going to be quite substantial. But the value is still there. It's not going to be that bad, really. Not that much. I'm not going to double it or anything like that. Anyways, see, again, I'm insecure. That's why I'm talking like this. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Anyways, let's move on. So as I mentioned, many people have told me that I'm way too cheap, that we are way too cheap. Even some of my customers. Some customers say it directly, some customers say it indirectly. I have a very good customer and also a friend of mine now who said, like, you gotta increase your prices. This is way too cheap. You have to, like, even though he's paying the price, and he doesn't, obviously we all want to save money, right? But anyways, and then I had other customers telling me, yeah, I like to do business with you because you have a good price. And I know what that means. That means cheap. And just like a couple of days ago, I got an email. I made a website for someone 2-3 years ago, and then she had to make some changes to it a couple of days ago, and I did that, and I spent I think 4.5 hours on it, something like that, and then I charged her and sent the invoice, and then she came back, wow, this is incredibly cheap. What? Thank you. Like I was doing her a favor or something like that. And when I sent it, I was like, oh, is it too much? Did I charge too much? Is she gonna think it's too expensive? So it's just like this thing that gets to me. But when I look at, as I mentioned before, when I look at other people, what they do, I can see I am pretty much just as good as, of course there's things I don't know, but I'm pretty good. We are pretty good. We do pretty good work, actually, when we compare it to other people as well, who charge like 3, 4, 5, 6 times as much as we do. So one example is like, I just recently joined this SEO course online. It hasn't started yet. It starts like next week or something like that. It was on a Facebook group, and lots of people signed up for it. And then I just wanted to check out what this was all about. So I went on their website and I saw it. I started like, okay, they're experts in SEO and blah, blah, blah. So I go in and I inspect the code, and right away I start to see things that this doesn't make any sense if you're SEO experts, like you do have alt description on almost all. There are actually some missing alt descriptions on some images, which is not great. You have to have that in SEO, but most of them were just like a little word, like a tiny word, like it wasn't descriptive, so it wasn't good for accessibility or anything like that. But I know if you use an SEO tool, of course you're going to see like, okay, this has an alt description, but it doesn't like really take into account what the description is about. So yeah, something like that. And then I also saw the person or the people using background images as like images, like when they should actually be displayed as a proper HTML image, so you can give it an alt description and things like that. So that made me think, wow, these guys are telling me that I have to pay for their course and that they are experts, but they don't even know how to make proper SEO on their own website. And that kind of makes me feel a little bit irritated. Why should I take this course, first of all? Of course, there's probably something I can learn from it. I'm not saying I'm an expert at all on these subjects, but why should I even take that course? And why should I not feel happy about the way, because I know all of these things, and I make sure that all of the sites and everything that we deliver is of quality, and that the SEO is, it's working. We have alt description and descriptive alt description on every single image, and we don't like use a lot of background images if they are important to the content, like say, like if there's something important, a person on the picture or something like that, then you have to use a normal image as a background image. All of these things. So what I'm trying to say is I really need to snap out of this, and I guess I just wanted to rant a little bit in this video, and maybe you are someone who's also feeling like this. So I think actually 2025 is going to be the year that we have to break out of this, and we have to let go of the fear of losing our customers if we increase the prices, as long as we know that we are actually giving a good performance and we are doing not only our best, but we are like delivering quality, and quality that is up to par with the industry standard. So yeah, with that, I don't have much more to say other than have an amazing weekend. It's coming up right around the corner. Yeah, I don't know. Leave your comment below, and let me hear what you think about this. If this is something that applies to you, if this is something you're thinking about as well, and how you have overcome this, if it's at all possible. I guess it depends on your personality and the type of person you are. Anyways, leave a like, comment, share, all that stuff, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.